You guys know what to do in terms of asking questions, so I'm just going to go ahead and open this right up. And as you guys know, we'll have a hard stop here at 20 minutes. So, Jerry, we'll start with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Devin. I wonder how the point guard competition is going with Davion.
Oh, it's going great. Me and him compete every day in practice. It's fun learning from an experienced point guard and a veteran point guard like him. He's been obviously in college for 5 years now, and he knows a lot. So I just learn from him every day.
Can you elaborate a little, Devin, on what experience means, what you see with Davion that tells you that's the next steps for you?
Oh, just the way he helps lead our team. I'm a pretty good leader, but just seeing the way he leads, it just gives me the extra edge, and it's fun. It's fun learning from him.
All right, John Hill, I'm going to go to you next, and then Paul Banks will be after him.
Devin, can you just tell us a little bit? We hear that you and Davion are different kinds of point guards. Can you compare your games, like what your strengths versus his strengths are at this point?
Oh, yeah. Davion, I mean, I'm a pass-first point guard. Davion's, he scores the ball, and he can pass as well. But he can really shoot the ball well. I can shoot it, but he shoots the ball really well. But, yeah, it's just 2 point guards. I mean, sir.
How does that versatility, both of you being able to play off the ball, kind of open a lot of options for Cal in terms of what lineups he wants to put out there this year?
Oh, I mean, you can do whatever with our team. We have a lot of guards, and we can play anywhere on the court. With us being able to do that, you can play anyone at the 1, anyone at the 2, shoot, even at the 3.
All right, Paul Banks, you got next, and then we'll go to Marlena.
Thanks for doing this, Devin. My question relates to today. CBS released, I guess, a poll or a study. I'm not sure what you would call it, but it ranked Kentucky as the #1 college basketball program of all time. And it was kind of based on different metrics of statistics of titles won, tournaments, et cetera. So wanted to get your take on that and what it's like to play at a program that's considered #1 in the nation of all time.
Yeah, I mean, I believe our program is #1, just like they say. It's different when you come here. You really learn the game. You learn to play at the next level. Like, we're being taught next level things right now from coach and all the other coaches, and just by competing every day at a high level and at the level of that we want to be at next year, it makes us different. It speeds up our learning process, which is hard, but it's good for us because it gets us ready. And that's why I think we're #1, because I think here they develop pros here.
Thanks, Devin.
All right, Marlena, you've got next.
Thanks, Eric. Hey, Devin, this is Marlena with Hoop Waves. Nice to meet you. So we know some similar people at Pros Vision with Darren Collison and Sean Marshall and the rest of those guys. Describe those workouts and how it prepared you to be better for this upcoming season.
Oh, yeah. Well, one, learning from DC, Darren Collison, learning from an experienced vet, professional NBA guard, just the pace of the game, what to look for, the patterns on the court, and most of all, just what he was like mostly teaching me is how to be a leader, how to be a young guy that comes into a program. I'm probably the youngest on the team, I think, and being able to still lead and not let that affect anything.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
All right, Jerry, I'm going to come back to you, and then John, back to you after that.
How do you do that? How do you do that, being the youngest, as you say, yet the leader?
I mean, we have a lot of leaders on the team. We got Keon, you got Davion. But being the youngest is just not being afraid to use my voice and to be vocal out there. That's what I do every day. Is I try to be vocal, and that's how I can help lead the team.
And how do you feel about you're following in a long line of very, very good point guards, John Wall, Tyler Eulis, and so on. How does that play on your mind?
I mean, it's special. Shoot, those are great players. John Wall. I mean, you got De'Aaron Fox, you got Shea, there's a whole long list of point guards before me, and I just want to keep the tradition going.
All right, John Hale, your line's unmuted.
Devin, Kentucky's kind of track record recently with guys from the West Coast is kind of mixed with homesickness and being so far away from home. How are you dealing with that so far, and what are kind of the challenges being, halfway across the country, especially with everything going on right now?
I'm not like other West Coast kids. That doesn't affect me.
Good, John?
Yep, I'm good.
Go to Marlena next.
So I found out your little bro Jordan's birthday was yesterday. Shout out to him. How important is it to you to be a role model for him and younger kids who look up to you? Because Kentucky's a big platform.
Oh, it means the world. It means the world to me for my to be a role model for my younger brother and other little kids, because I remember being a younger kid and looking up to older players and just like the excitement. And I remember just watching everything older players would do and how it motivated me. So I understand that with my platform, I got to work my hardest and just be a great example to the young kids.
And also,
So it means everything.
Oh, awesome. And also for his birthday, did you end up getting the PS5 for him, or did you end up finding it yourself?
I can't even get the PS5 right now. It's impossible to get. I wish I could get it for him, but shoot, it's almost impossible to get.
All right, we're going to go with Kyle Tucker with The Athletic, and then Gary Graves, you'll be after him.
Devin, I just wanted you to elaborate when you say you're not like other West Coast kids. What does that mean?
A lot of West Coast kids want to stay home, and they're afraid to go far from college and stuff like that. That's not me. I mean, I want to be different, and I am different. I feel like coming here was best for me, so I did it, and it is best for me. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning new things every day, and I'm not the type to where if I come out here, I'm out here. I'm not leaving.
All right, so we'll go to Gary Graves.
Devin, how prepared are you for the peaks and valleys of being a freshman, and especially running point guard in a system like that and like this? And I guess by that, with all the uncertainty about the season, I mean, what's going through your mind about how you're going to approach it?
Just staying level-headed, not getting too up, not getting too down. Like you said, the peaks and valleys. There's always highs, there's always lows, but just trying to stay on a straight line and keep a steady pace, not go up, not go down.
Has anybody kind of helped you with that, giving you an idea of what to expect?
Oh yeah, like a question before, De'Aaron Collinson, one of my trainers back home. He played in the NBA. He just one of those who always just preach that to me. Always stay level. Don't get too high. Don't get too low, because there's gonna be bumps in the road and there's gonna be highs.
Okay, Jerry, I'm going to circle back to you.
There we go. Yeah, I wondered what point guards you admire, or try to that maybe when we watch you play, we will get a sense of.
I'm myself. Yeah, I'm myself. I play the way I play. I don't like to compare myself to other people, because I believe there's no such thing as like another player. Like, say, like, I mean, I get a lot of comparisons of like Deron Williams, but there will never be another Deron Williams. He's himself. I'm myself. So I feel like I play like myself. I have my own style of play.
And Coach Flint, a little earlier, talked about your energy being really something that jumped out at him. What's that a product of? Why so much energy that you bring to it?
That's just the way I've had to play my whole life. I've been either the smallest. I mean, when I was younger, I wasn't the fastest kid. I just had to bring a whole lot of energy to the team, to the game, and that's how I get going. Is energy. That's what I do best.
Marlene, I don't know if I didn't lower your hand or if you got another one.
Yeah, full of questions. Devin's a popular guy. Um, so months have gone by without organized basketball, and this upcoming season is coming really quick. So for people who don't know much about you, how would you describe yourself on and off the court?
On the court, just very competitive, always going to fight, energetic, and someone who's going to always be vocal. Off the court, just a very, like, I wouldn't say quiet, but just easy going with the flow. So whatever happens. But just very locked in. I'm just very locked in and focused on basketball right now. So I'll just say everything is based on basketball right now.
Nice, thank you.
All right, John Hale, you got next.
Evan, you mentioned Keon and his leadership. Just how important is he for you guys right now, given he's the only player who really played last season and has any experience in Kentucky?
Oh, it's super important because he understands Cal, and he's our vet. I mean, we have Davion, who are our vets as well. But Keon, even though he's a sophomore, he's our vet because he was here last year. He understands the schemes and the way coach is. So he helps us all. You can't even put into words how important he is to our team.
All right, we're going to go to John Wong next, and then Jeff Drummond, you'll be after him.
Hey, Devin, we all know how hands-on Coach Cal is in practice. And we've heard some of the bigs come through, and they say he's always getting on them about something, mostly about two-handed rebounds. What are some of the things that he's gotten on you or on the guards in particular?
Oh, one-handed catches, being vocal, and playing at our own pace. That's what he's mostly. Play at your own pace, or like stop catching it with one hand. Similar to the bigs, he doesn't like one-hand catches at all. It just drives him nuts, which I understand because you want to catch it with two hands. You don't want to drop the ball. But being vocal and just being the true point guard, that's what he gets on me mostly about.
You mentioned earlier about your age and also about Davion. He's kind of the old man. What advice has he given you, if any, that's not necessarily on the court, but off the court advice?
Oh, to just stay level-headed, similar to what Darren's always told me, and just stay the course. It's all going to play out.
All right, Jeff Drummond, you got next.
Hey, Devin, I was going to kind of play off John's question there with Coach Cal a bit. What have you kind of learned about him since getting here, maybe that you didn't know in the recruiting process? And has there been any kind of surprises in working with him?
He's a really hands-on coach. And most coaches, like, I would say, like, they're not always there. Like, after practice, it's just that's the end of coach. No, coach is always texting us, checking in on us. You can tell he really cares for us. That's what makes it special about him. He's really there for us. He's on this journey with us, and that's what makes it special, and that's what it makes us comfortable with playing with him, playing for him.
All right, Jack Pilgrim with Kentucky Sports Radio.
Tonight's Big Blue Madness, I believe everything was pre-recorded, or I don't know if some parts of it are live, but I know you guys did a lot of stuff pre-recorded. What can fans expect to see tonight?
I don't know. It's tonight. We still have to do it tonight. Big Blue Madness is actually tonight.
I thought I saw there was some stuff pre-recorded. But what are you kind of hoping to show in your first introduction to the fan base? Are you going to dance? What are you kind of hoping that first impression?
I'm gonna just keep it simple. Just keep it simple. Just walk out there. I don't know. Maybe wave. Maybe do something. I don't know. But just keep it simple. I'm excited though. It's gonna be fun.
All right, Jerry, come back to you.
Devin, I've got a real good friend that lives in Sacramento, so I'm kind of asking it for his sake. How do you compare Sacramento and Lexington?
That's actually a hard question because they're like so similar but so different. Shoot. I would say they're both like they're really like slow-paced cities. Sacramento is not there's not a lot like going on out there. There's not a lot going on out here except for Kentucky basketball, I feel like. But Sacramento is just I would say it's just very tight knit. Everyone kind of knows everyone in Sacramento. It's like one big family out there. But out here, it's just Kentucky basketball. That's it.
Thanks.
Guys, we got about 3 or 4 minutes left, so if you got any more questions, go ahead and put them in now. Marlena, we'll come back to you.
Thanks, Eric. Again, this is Marlena with Hoop Waves. So, Devin, I'm sure, many people say you have a bright future ahead of you, but I don't want to get too ahead, obviously, because, you want to live in the moment. But if you have to choose any predictions since the NBA draft was just recent, what team would you like to play for? And I'd love to for you to look back at this interview to see if it comes true or manifests altogether.
Honestly, I'm one of those players. I just want to make it. So I would love to play for any team. Any team that wants me, that's who I want to play for. But if I had to choose, I guess it would be cool kind of just to go back home, play for Sacramento.
That's awesome. And also as a follow-up, how did you enjoy this draft? And also, how did you who had the best drip in your opinion?
The draft was cool to see all these familiar faces that I know get drafted. It was really cool. It just shows that I'm one step away. I could be there next. I just got to keep working. And I think the most drip. I think Tyrese Halliburton had a pretty cool suit on.
John Wong, circling back to you, and Kyle, you got after him.
Devin, I may have missed it, but what's going on with your finger? Is that a bandage that you have on there?
Oh, I just got a cut on my finger. Yeah, it's some pre-wrap. I just put some second skin on it.
And then secondly, I know you've only been here for a short time, but how are you better now than you were maybe 6 months ago as a basketball player?
As Coach says, we're playing basketball the right way out here, and just learning to play basketball the right way out here. Just becoming a better all-around, just seeing new things and playing at a faster pace. Yeah.
All right,
playing at a faster pace and playing the game the right way, I would say now.
All right, Kyle Tucker, you got next.
We've heard so much about all the length and athleticism on this team, guys that play way above the rim. How big a focus is the lob right now, and how dialed in are those lobs between you and those big guys? Oh,
they're important. We don't try to throw bounce passes. No, we want to throw everything above the rim to them. It's very important because a lob can hurt the opposing team's energy. I mean, someone catches 2-3 lobs on you in a game, it's like, wow, like kind of hurts. It kind of hurts the opponent, the opposing team.
Who can you not overthrow? Who can get it no matter how high you chuck it?
Everyone. Lance, Isaiah, Olivier, Jacob, Terrence can get it. BJ can get it. Keon can get it. I don't know who I'm missing. I hope I'm not missing, but everyone can get it. Pause.
Thanks.
All right, guys, we got just hit 12:20 here, so we'll go ahead and end it with that. Really want to thank Devin for joining us and making some time for you guys.